by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this mystery reading, in particular, mystery reading number 570. For, at least for the cards, I'm going to start off with drawing out one card from the Prismavisions Tarot. Then I'm going to draw out one card from this box of cards, which are just cards that I made myself, if you didn't already know. And I have two cards right here that I read and they resonated with me, and I felt guided to use them in this reading, but I want to wait until I have pulled a Prismavision card and, you know, a card that I made myself. These ones are also came from the cards that I made myself, so just so you're aware how the reading is going to work. If you'd like to be a part of the community that I'm trying to create, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And before I get your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for somebody else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. Before I get into it, let me get a drink of water. Okay. So I'm gonna start with interpreting the number of the video like I have been doing. Number 578. I interpret that as change, transformation, endings, beginnings. There's definitely something here about a cycle. I just heard completing one. I mean, I guess if you're starting one, that means one ended, but also if you're ending one, that means one is going to start as well. You can't have beginnings without endings, and you can't have endings without beginnings. I feel something here about how maybe you don't handle endings well, or beginnings, or both, and there's something significant here about how you can't have one without the other. But the last thing I get from that number is wisdom. Yeah, this cycle that that's coming to an end, or that's starting, this is more spiritual, intellectual, emotional. This is an internal cycle. Starting or ending, it's pretty much both. But I'm really curious about what the Prismavisions card is going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw death, because that is the energy of beginnings, endings, and cycles. It could also be, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw the Wheel of Fortune or Justice either. But I have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, I just saw 3, 4, 5. So that number 3, 4, 5 is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. We're seeing this Seven of Cups right now for a reason. There's something here. This can be about a specific decision, or just your decision-making skills in general. I feel the energy of the not justice, I guess you could say justice too, but the Judgment card. The letter J could be significant, or the letter P. Yeah, this is, this cycle that's coming to an end. You have more clarity. You understand why you do what you do on a deeper level. And I just saw 4, 4, 4. Your home could be significant. Anything about your foundation, childhood. You could definitely be healing from something from childhood. Honestly, I kind of want to guarantee it. Not that it's funny, I get it. But I just realized too, there's another 7 on the 7 of cups, and then there's a 7 in 570. So your wisdom here, your awareness, your openness, I want to say, is really, really important. Embracing that, your wisdom, your deeper understanding. It feels like maybe you have a decision here where you are being tested, and that will kind of, what your actions say will tell the universe and your spirit guides what you need. Almost like an evaluation. So just move forward to the best of your ability, as long as you are willing to be wrong, to learn, to not let your ego get in the way. You should have nothing to worry about. And I just saw 606, which can come down to 66, but I kind of feel called to, I usually don't interpret the zeros like when I get numbers from the clock, but since there's a 0 in 570, it only feels right too. 606, and the 6 is definitely being emphasized. The 6 is the energy of unconditional love, and I definitely feel like this is about unconditional love for yourself. Your heart chakra could be a significant chakra. If I remember, maybe I'll put meditative background music, heart chakra music, I don't know. But 606 is confirming for me that this cycle coming to an end, you definitely have gained a deeper sense of love and patience and acceptance for yourself on every level. In your darkness, in your light, the good, the bad, and the ugly. That might sound familiar to somebody. I said that in a video recently. I'm also feeling drawn to this snake here on this card, because I feel like there is an energy here, like a temptation type of energy, or an energy that is working against your mental well-being and your faith. There is strong, like, Christianity coming through. I feel like, maybe you are someone who is a Christian who recently subscribed. I'm only feeling this energy recently. I just feel someone here who is very, very religious in the Christian sense. Maybe your morals here, the morals that you learn as a Christian, feel significant. And even if you don't resonate with being Christian, your morals in general, where did you get your morals? What or who shaped you to be who you are, to believe what you believe right now? Maybe there are some ancestors, like Christianity runs in your family, or people with, spiritual beliefs, just a connection, I want to say, with the divine, as they say. This is definitely someone on a spiritual journey who knows on some level where they're going and what they want to do. I'm noticing here that we have Venus with the planet. There's also Scorpio. And Venus is interesting because I recently looked up the symbol for that card, because there was another card I've been trying to look up the symbol for, or that I had on. I just got I can't find it. I can't find the symbol that I was trying to look up. I just heard Scorpionic energy, so you might be familiar with the zodiac sign of Scorpio. And there's confirmation that you could be a Scorpio, you could know a Scorpio, or it could be in your birth chart. It just might be significant for you, and it's probably going to be different for other people who also resonate. I don't know, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about Venus, except that it's feminine energy and Mars is the masculine energy. Only because I've heard before the saying or the idea that women don't come from Venus and men don't come from Mars. I don't know where I heard that. Maybe it's significant for you. And maybe there's a general belief here that you feel like you and the opposite sex, like you feel like you guys are living on different planets, or you're from different planets, almost feeling alien to each other. Could be on both sides, it could be on one side, but there is a sense of division here in this energy. And I just got fixated on this snake again. I think the division is the temptation, definitely the desire to fuel the fire. Fuel the fire is so interesting because that's been significant for me as well, fire. The Angel Spirit Oracle deck, I'm not sure if that's familiar with you, but I do feel that your ancestors are coming through and they're really encouraging you to learn from your mistakes, be willing to change, be willing to grow. There's nothing wrong with you. You're on your path. And you started where you started and you're going where you're going. Let me get another drink of water. With having to clear my throat, there could be something significant here about your throat chakra. It's important to express yourself. There's something here that's holding you back from being honest about how you feel, from saying no, potentially from protecting yourself. It's like this energy feels a little vague, but also a little specific. I don't know how to describe it, but let's go ahead and see what this next card is going to be. I love this. This card has two sides. The first side says, you will know what to do. It's not going to focus, I guess. And I can keep going. Don't tell yourself I can. From here on out, it is I can change, I can face myself, I can heal, I can overcome this. The Magician is powerful because they know that how powerful that can be. You know what I'm saying? They understand the power of belief. Wow, the power of belief when we were talking about Christianity and like spiritual stuff in general. Maybe you feel called to get into chakras. I definitely feel you may feel called to heal people in some way, whether it's mental, physical, in other dimensions. I don't know. We all feel called to different places for a reason. And I just saw 555. The energy of change, and then there's a 5 and 570. You keep embracing change. There's something significant here about change. You might feel a shift sometime that you will know that shift was something came to an end. Some cycle stopped repeating itself. I'm going to put this card on this side because that's the side I saw it on first. You're on a journey of learning to trust yourself, to believe in yourself. That's what it feels like your healing is about. Maybe you struggle to trust others, or maybe you struggle to trust yourself and believe in yourself because you struggle to trust others and believe in them. It feels very complicated, very deep. You're definitely going on a more complex type of journey, but I wouldn't be surprised if you felt drawn to it. I'm looking out the window right now and the sun is shining really bright, so someone here is really feeling drawn to the light, like to the illumination. Moth energy is significant too, because you know moths feel drawn to light, and moths symbolize death. Like, at least in my interpretation, moths symbolize death, and butterflies symbolize life. Maybe you have certain symbols that stand out to you and you're really being called to pay attention to those. Definitely keep paying attention to the guidance, the numbers, the signs, the symbols, because the universe, your ancestors, other spirit guides, They're trying to connect with you. Mother Earth is trying to connect with you. They're trying to support you, guide you, and they're trying to help you with finding peace and finding a sense of security and direction in life. Do it because you deserve it. Make sure you're changing for you and not someone else, not someplace else, not no outcome or nothing. For you and what you deserve, because you deserve it to trust yourself, to believe in yourself, and to see your true potential and your true power. The number P feels significant. Again, the word tap just came through. I'm not sure what that's about, but it does make me think of tap dancing. If you feel called to express yourself, to create and express yourself in a creative way, whether it's writing, reading, drawing, whatever, something creative, if you feel called to do it, keep doing that. Keep investing in that. And you might see some interesting things if you combine your spirituality with your art in some way, your faith with your creativity. You can create something. For some reason, I want to say you can create something biblical. But for me as a spiritual person, I would see that as I can make something spiritual. I don't know why my mind just went down that road, but hey, everything happens for a reason. This energy in general is about taking your choices seriously and learning to trust yourself through learning from mistakes. These last two cards, I'm just going to read them to you. I'm not going to interpret them, but I do feel called to show them to you. I am terrified of pain and heartbreak. It's hard to accept bad things that happen. And don't force yourself to fit where you don't. Stand up for who you are. And I just saw 1010. That number is a strong, strong confirmation that the universe is speaking to you. Your ancestors from the other side are speaking to you. Nature is speaking to you. There's a lot of spiritual communication here, whether you see it or not, and that's why you're really, really being called to pay attention to it, especially, like, someone here might feel guided, so even more reason there to pay attention. But that is going to be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you'd like to hit the like button to show me that, that is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating through the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more and hear what's on your mind. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me and always makes a difference in one way or another. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.